people, and welcome back to the finale of Fathom Sword of Heaven and Earth. In this part will be a lot different today because I have some bad news. There will be no gameplay because I actually tested out this chapter, the final, and it was tough, like really tough, and I thought, you know, when I tested it off camera, I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to give up. I know it's like kind of a bit petty to like quit at the last second, but it's just that you know, for all this time, for like the past couple of parts or so, I just kind of lost interest in this Let's Play, to be honest. So really, I'm just going to kind of show the final chapter still, give my final thoughts on the units, and then we'll probably go into the sound room, put a song on it. Can I actually go in the sound room? I can. Cool. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll go through dialogue as well, because why not? Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. If you was wanting to look forward to a mess of a gameplay by me, then I'm sorry. That's all I can say. Well, it looks like I was right. I wonder if I made it in time. That is! It's no go. That's no go. What? This is an earthquake. I like that portrait. Grog! No, not like this. What is that? No, Nurgle's a dragon? I've never heard of such a thing. Then why? Grog! What? You... what power? It's not... Huh? And now, Roy and the others should be fighting the demon dragon. We'll take care of this. We mustn't let this monster get out. Latest here. He hasn't regained his full strength yet. Can still win this. No, I can't. Everyone, let me your strength once more. To save the leap, and to carry on Renault's will. This will be our last battle. No, won't be. Okay, so the final chapter. What we could have done was actually kill Nurgle. That's like the main objective. And then there's this fucker here with 29 speed. Has a brave sword on top of that, and a freaking, you know, item that's only enemy use. That's like a dick move by the dev, honestly. And then there's this guy with a freaking bolting and a 45. So even if I didn't kill Nurgle enough, this guy would have fucking healed him. So I thought, do you know what? Fuck this, I'm out. Which is a shame, because I kind of wanted to like complete this, but at the same time I just lost interest in this hack. I mean, I probably will like play it from the start again and try not to lose as many people. Anyway, final thoughts on units. Saya the Lord, basically Lynn. She's okay, I guess. 20 strength actually is quite nice. I might give her another 9 ring. 26 skill and speed is pretty good. 19 luck, not bad, not bad. And she's got 17 defense. Well, 14 res, 13 res. No, 14 defense, 13 res. Yeah, she's alright. It's just I don't really like her Jorogotti. Like, it weighs a ton. Actually, no, it doesn't. It has wait, it's slightly outweigh her. It does if I didn't give her the body ring, which I did. But yeah, the Jorogotti I just find a bit meh. It's like a bit. I've not used it once. Well, actually, I have. But I've never used it. The other two I used, Olcatty and the Manicati, are much better. But yeah, say she's alright. She's probably not the best sword I ever had in a hack. No, she's definitely no Raiderin, definitely no Kerrick or Anakin or even Orion from the last Let's Play. Black Mole. Yeah, I just don't really like her as much. I mean, she's still good with training. And if she gets strength, then she's not bad. Rabbi, probably one of my favourite units to use. Probably one of the best mages in the whole hack. My only issue with him is that when he joins, he doesn't like get like, oh, they took this book off me, and you get the Fuckstorm or something. It's like you have to like buy a Fuckstorm to actually use him. So technically speaking, if you want to use him, you have to like use a bit of gold in a way. Yeah, Rabbi though, he's wait, is he a boy? Yeah, he's a boy, yeah. Yeah, oh actually, out of 5. Saya, out of 5, 3.5 maybe? I just wish that she had like a 1-2 range sword, but I'm just asking for too much. Rabbi, probably a 4. Great offenses, but his defenses are not the best. His res is actually quite crap as well. Only 17. And his defense is actually not that bad, but it's not great either. I thought it'd be a bit lower than that. So Rabbi, yeah, 4 or 5. I mean, I'm not expecting mages to have a lot of defense, but I do expect some more res, and that's probably why Rabbi is not quite a 5. Very good unit. Oops, I'll just put the laptop on charge. Just be a moment. I just realised as well, whilst I'm plugging in my laptop, is I'm going to show Nurgle's stats and actually kind of like show you why I've just quit at the last second. Anyways, Rabbi Helga, very good healer. My only issue with her is her HP. But that's probably me not really finding another Jericho up in my secret shop anywhere. Yes, just does her job as a healer, I can't complain, you know. Healer out of 5. Jeff, he's kind of bad. Good strength, but other than that, his other stats are kind of bad. I mean, he does have decent defense. Probably one of the higher defenses if you're not including Feeler, who we'll get to in a second. Yeah, Jeff. He's basically a knight, really. He's got to like tag long and I get him kills, and he just hasn't really got anything else other than strength. So out of 5, we're gonna rate him. Maybe I don't want to be. I hate being harsh, but I might give him a 2 out of 5. If I like used another unit instead, it might have turned out better than Jeff. Emmy! Oh, I really wanted to like Emmy. I think she seems amazing if she actually, you know, put in the effort to train her. My issue with Emmy is her strength. Other than that, her stats actually don't look too bad. I mean, she is only level 9, which is one of the lowest. I think out of 5, though, I'm going to give her a 3. It's higher than Jeff, but not as good as other units. It's just that strength that just screws her over. Again, if I had like an energy ring, I probably would have given it to Emmy. Eliza, she's a good mage, but I just wish I would have like trained an actual early game mage, because I think they might have turned out better. But yeah, Eliza just does a job as a kind of like backup unit sort of thing. She's kind of like a nest in a way, maybe, I don't know. Out of 5, probably 3, I guess. She's kind of there to help. She's not amazing. Feeler, he's an interesting one. Feeler, he's not leveled strength, skills, defense, but he doesn't really need to. I just wish he had a high speed growth. That's the only bad thing about Feeler. Everything else, even his res, I don't really mind. I just wish he had much higher speed. I guess speed growth. Out of 5, probably I would actually probably give him a 4. He's very tanky, and if he had a lot more speed, he'd probably be a 5. I don't know, maybe 4 might be a bit too high. 3.5, because at the end of the day, he's still only lots in 1 range. Unless there's like another item that gets in 1-2 range, which it probably isn't. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5. He's alright, really. I just wish he had high speed. That's the only bad thing about him. And the fact that he could be 1-2 range. Yeek! Boy Yeek. This guy, I would probably say the best unit. Even though he's only a nomad, I'd almost kind of tend to be a bit meh. You know, cat strength, which is very nice. I might give him a couple of energy rings, but hey ho. A lot of skill, good defense, good speed. Yeah, I would probably have Yeek as my best unit, hands down. Like that combo strength, skill, and speed is so good. But at the end of it, he's still only a nomad. So and his defenses are kind of bad as well. But I'm not expecting him to have amazing, have amazing defense. Out of 5, probably. No one's. I just noticed no one in this playthrough has really stood out a lot, which is kind of nice in a way, but also a bad thing. Like everyone's so good, but at the same time, no one's like steamrolling the enemies. I think he was probably the closest to that. It's hard. 4.5 maybe. 4, probably 4.5, and maybe the others just to 4, because that strength, skill, and speed is nice. If I would have given it a lot more effort, I think it might have potentially capped those 3 stats. But no. Next, Rostov, probably went in the top 3, I'd say. Out of 5, 4. Cat strength, just like with Yeek. But if you notice, Yeek's just better in every way in terms of an ability unit. Yeah, my only complaint with Rostov is that I just hate the Paladin caps. But the Paladins are one of the best classes to like weapons and that. The only weapons they can't use are bows and magic, but they can use everything else. It just makes them so good. But I just wish the Paladin caps were a bit higher, especially in custom hacks sort of thing. Out of 5, probably a 4. So he was one of the better swans, easily. But I think in the end, it kind of drops off. Game, for a lot of mid game and the early game, he was one of my favourite units, probably my favourite actually. A lot of HP, which he might have been able to cap. Maybe, I don't know, probably not. I think he's meant to be like the skilled, accurate axe user, which is kind of nice on an axe user. He kind of lacks his strength. His speed is good for a warrior. I just wish he had high strength, but then again, I think he's meant to be a skilled axe user, so I'm not complaining. Out of 5, probably a 4. He's tanky. He's a good combat unit. Yeah, 4 or 5. Boris, the speed man, all about the speed. He's Sonic. Yeah, out of 5, probably another 4, a solid 4. I mean, the only bad thing about him is that his skill kind of sucks, but then again, sort of accurate, as I've been saying all the time. And his other stats are kind of expected for a sword master. Good strength as well. He's yeah, probably the best sword master. I'm probably the best sword user, not including Saya. Sass, she's sassy. Oh, I got a portrait. Yeah, she's kind of like a go-to really. Not much else to say about her. Probably 3.5. Sagoon, just there for support. Not very strong. Only level 6 though. So I'm not going to be too harsh, but I might be too harsh. I'll give her a 2 out of 5. Heinrich, again, first support. Another 2. Dorcas. I think Dorcas could have been amazing, actually. If I wasn't so invested in game, Dorcas could have been as good. But no. Out of 2. Out of 5. I don't know. 2.5 maybe? I don't know. And that's all of them. Actually, let's just go through the units that I did use and eventually bench for various reasons. Bruno, don't really use him. Armin, didn't really use after I promoted. Travis didn't really use anyone, to be honest. The ones I tried to use died. Anyway, the show. Did I show Nurgle? I don't think I did. Oh, wait, Nurgle, these are stats. He has cap luck, which is fucking piss take. 3-1 skill. So accurate. 27 strength. Pretty strong. 38 though. What is it? Yeah, 38 defense. Tanky. And 27 res. Kinda tanky. 90 speed. Pretty quick. Yeah. I struggled to even beat this chapter, and I thought to myself, I'm not going to sit through another 2 hours of this in recording. I mean, I managed to sit through it for like that more, but honestly, that was only because I managed to beat that once off camera on one of my other playthroughs of that hack. And yeah, so the stats on some of the enemies. I mean, yes, they have no luck, but they're as strong as your guys. Like, I just feel like the hack's a bit imbalanced at times. Anyway, let's go back to the sound room, and now I'll give my final thoughts. Let's find a good song. Give it a second. I'll go with this one. No, let's not go with that one. I need to find a slow song. No, not that one. No, not that one. Don't know. I think I'll just go with the Athos one, which was that one. Yeah, let's go with this one. So, Sword of Heaven and Earth. Oh boy, it's kind of a lot to talk about, but I won't like bore you guys by talking and leaving this video right now. Yeah, I'm sorry about no gameplay as well for the final part, which is the first actually. Me quitting at the last. So yeah, Sword of Heaven and Earth. It's a good hack. It's not a bad one by any means. It's just a bit imbalanced. Like the early game to mid game was probably the best part of the hack. Enemies were not too tough. You had a lot of characters to use up if you wanted to use them. The chapters were enjoyable. It's kind of nice and chill in parts. It's kind of what you expect. It's kind of what you expected in an early game and to mid game. But from about the mid game onwards, it kind of shifted towards Right, we're getting harder now, whether you like it or not. And then probably after around the chapter where Elliewood is sick and guards the castle, that's where it kind of started to spike a bit in difficulty. But honestly, yeah, I think from that point on, I just kind of started to lose a bit of interest because I feel like from that point on, especially the Black Dragon units, those guys were a freaking nightmare to deal with because they just had as high stats as your own, and I like grinded some of my units in Arena. Like if Arena didn't exist in this hack, which it probably shouldn't, to keep a lot of hacks nicely balanced, I don't think I might have got past that chapter. It's just, I'm sure I might have been using the wrong units to kill those guys, but it's just, yeah. As for the story, didn't mention about story. Story was good. I mean, it's nothing special, but it's not bad. It's a bit like FE6, to be honest. I think. I'm not going to go into detail what the plot was because I think it'll be a bit boring to explain. But I think it's very similar to FE6. Like Saya, your only lord. Roy's your only lord. You find a dragon at the end of Arc. You find a dragon in the end of FE6. It's similar. It's very similar. I was going to say graphics, but graphics has been basically FE7, isn't it? Same with music. With a bit of mix of FE6, which I don't mind. FE6 and FE7 music is classic in a way. Characters. Oh boy, characters. I like a lot of the characters, but the thing is, they don't get a lot of screen time. Like, Blackmore's probably the only hack I've played so far that has little scenes where side characters get the moment to shine with a bit of dialogue. That was so good. That's why I liked. Well, I think the Blackmore story is the best of the hacks I've played. But yeah, with a lot of these characters, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to join you guys because I hate to burn." I turn blue. Yeah, it's like with Justin's Pride. Like Justin's Pride, you recruit a character, say the recruitment dialogue, they join and they don't say anything else after that. It's like, okay, it's kind of hard to write a story involving all the characters to get a bit of dialogue, but it just makes them a bit filler in a way. I'm not, what can I say? Because I'm writing a hack in a way, and I have absolutely no plans to make all the characters say something other than their recruitment dialogue. So what can I say? I'm a want to talk. But to be an actually really good hack, I think there needs to be some form of dialogue from all the characters. There you are. Difficulty. It's not. Oh, I don't know. Is it a difficult hack? Probably yes, but only slightly yes. Like if I use a different squad of units, I'd use different characters and actually grinded them, then this hack might not be difficult at all. But because I didn't, not play this hack before, it probably turned out more difficult than it did. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Yeah, it's not a difficult hack. Not a difficult hack. So I'm forgetting. What's been my favorite? I'm gonna go through like the different kind of like. Who's been your favorite what and favorite chapter and stuff. Favorite character or favorite good character or goodie. I don't know, it has to be Saya, because no, she's the only one that's actually had dialogue, and all the others just like say the recruitment line, and that's it. Actually, an underrated one is Aaron. Even though it still baffles me that how he and Saya are basically the only ones in each scene, and that's it. So yeah, I don't really know who my favorite character is. It's probably Saya, I would probably think. Hate to say it. Next is who's been my favorite villain. Gering. Not even close. Like, when I first saw that guy, you know, fair play to the sprite for that portrait. He had a face that was so freaking punchable. But yeah, I kind of want to walk up to him and punch him in the face. And for the fact he was really hard to kill. Like he, you know, again, if I didn't grind it, I might have like already quit. Yeah, killing, not even close, and he's not even the main villain. Kind of goes to show how kind of good he is as a villain. Yeah. Favorite chapter. What's been my favorite chapter? Probably the defense chapter where I mentioned Blue Valkywood. That one was a good one. Kind of tense, and even though I said there was a start where things got difficult, you kind of expected it to be difficult anyway, because Burno, you know, invading Eliwood's homeland. But I did manage it, to be fair, without losing anybody, I think. Yeah, probably that chapter, I think. Worst chapter? I hate to say this. Worst chapter? Probably the one where you have to stop those assault units from getting to the other end of the map. That one was just a slog. That could have been like 8 chapters shorter and even better. But they just went the route of the slog. Yeah, I just didn't like that chapter at all. It was just a bit boring and went on way too long. 20 turns. If it was like 12 turns, I wouldn't complain. If it was 20 turns. Yeah, I think that will be it. Yeah, that's my thoughts on Sword and Earth. So if you enjoyed watching this Let's Play, thanks again. So the plan for my next Let's Play, I'm going to show off, I said this before, last part, but I'll say it again. I'm going to show off my FEA hack I've been working on. It's not finished, it's very rough around the edges, so don't expect, you know, an amazing product when it's first out. I'm gonna like probably get going on that as soon as I've had a little bit of time off. And obviously it's not finished, so I probably will like show a lot of the chapters, but not all of them, because you know I need to like start writing the dialogue. Some of it's in, and there's a lot of chapters done in terms of gameplay. I just haven't done dialogue, but I'll get to dialogue. I think I have my ideas and stuff. But I mentioned more about that when I start that one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you then. Goodbye.